All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Filmies. This is our award show that we do at the end of every episode. We got 6 awards. So we're going to jump into it with our first award being the Fit Check, best or worst fit of the movie. Huge. Do you have a fit? Who gets your fit check?
I have a best fit check. I had Andrew the Magician pre-throw up. I thought his fit
Okay.
his fit was immaculate, and because he's been dressed like a bum the whole movie, so to see him dress up like that, I'm like, all right, he's in his bag right now, and it fit clean too.
Yeah, no, I agree. That was my runner up. I went another route with it, but I definitely had that on my running of like I like this fit because, like you said, he's just bumming it throughout the whole movie.
See, but here's another thing that he's wasting money on as opposed to his mother's
No.
cancer
It was
medication.
Steve's suit. It was Steve's suit. Steve loaned him a suit.
Yeah,
Oh,
Steve did
okay.
loan him
Yeah.
a suit.
Steve loaned him a suit.
And it's just fully tailored to Andrew? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They just have the exact same body
same build.
shape and everything. Okay, yeah. But actually, yeah, that is a good point that Steve lent him the suit. I forgot about that. So that takes away my point of
They cover their bases
Yeah.
with just these little lines.
Very
They
barely,
always-
bro.
just a little throwaway line just so that a guy like me can't say, hey, man, stop wasting money on tailored suits and help your mom with cancer. Dion, who gets your fit?
So my fit, I actually went worst fit route. We don't know. We don't always do this, but I gave the
The
worst
suit
fit.
post throw up?
No, it's not. That would have been a good layup. Honestly, that could have been a good layup. But no, I actually gave it to I forgot her name too. It's to Monica, like the girl that he ended up puking on.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that was
yeah.
her name, right? Yeah, I gave it to her because the black
hair?
leggings, the gray, the hair is pretty bad too. Like it was just, I don't know. To me, also, she just felt so out of place at that party. She felt like it's that classic thing where they get older people to play high school kids, but she didn't look like a high school kid.
She's
And
also
I- like
taller
it-
than him.
Yeah, it just looks so weird. It almost looked like a mom sitting next to him on the couch and everything. I'm like, this
Damn.
looks really.
She don't look
No, it's
that
not even-
old.
it's-
Jesus.
it's- no,
His
no,
wife,
it's not
bro.
even. It's not even in the sense of of her looking that old. It's just how young Andrew looked next to her.
Yeah.
He looks like a teenager. So to me, it was just off-putting. But yeah, I wasn't feeling her fit. If there's mostly the red wig that was just to me was just like it was
Apparently
just so
pink.
off-putting.
They said it was pink in the movie.
Oh really?
They addressed her as the girl with the pink hair. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, but that
And I
shit
was
looks so red. I'm like.
I thought it was red, but I'm colorblind. So I got nothing to say.
And for anybody that ever watched Hannah Montana, if you search up Lola from Hannah Montana, she was giving me Lola. You remember Lola when when her friend Lily was like undercover with her as Hannah Montana? That's exactly what that fit was. It's very much the times. That's when Hannah Montana was at its peak. So
She looked like
she
a
was giving
plant.
me Lola. She did.
Yeah, maybe
I
it was
just wasn't
very.
feeling it.
Maybe it's just a Lola coded fit. Maybe that was the thing. Like it was popular. And...
Lola coded.
But yeah, Monica gets my worst fit for that. I was not
Okay.
feeling that at all. I apologize to the actor. You didn't look that old and you don't look old. I just
Yeah, that was
Just next
nasty,
to
dude. A
Andrew.
mom. God damn.
yeah.
I
Just
see what he
next to
meant though.
Andrew.
No
Yeah.
shade, no shade. Just in contrast.
Just the contrast was really
Okay.
How about you, Scott?
My fit. I gave it to Steve, and it's when he moves the parked car. And there's nothing crazy about the
The
fit.
red puffer?
I just thought it was clean. Yeah, he's just jeans, a gray long sleeve
Mm.
with the red vest over top. It was just a clean look. And this has nothing to do with the fit, but it's the part of the movie. So I'm just gonna shout it out. When he moves the car, and then they're like, "Oh my god, that's crazy!" And then he comes right into the camera, and he's just like, "Oh, Steve Montgomery for president!" I was just like, "Yeah, hell yeah!" It just to me that added to the fit too.
It felt
just the
real.
confidence.
That's what
No, it
that's
did.
what you'd be doing if you figured out how to move a car with your mind.
hell yeah.
Oh, 100%.
And I was running for class president.
Drop the govy straight to the camera. bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Steve Montgomery
100%.
for president.
There's even the moment, too, like, I mean, maybe this is going to be on your guys' awards later on, something, but I'll just mention regardless because something I thought was cool is after they fly and they're like, look in the camera, say I can fly, say it with your chest. I'm like, that was another real moment too. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you would, there's a camera in front of you, you start freaking out. Like, I just flew. Like, this is crazy. Like, that another moment that felt so real, just like that when he was going crazy after moving the car. I was like,
And
this
even
is
and
so
another thing,
dope.
right after moving the car, the girl comes out and they're like, "Oh, she doesn't know where it is." Yes, this time the black guy did do it.
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, guys."
That popped me
It
though. I
was
thought that was
also
funny though.
3 feet from the car with a telescope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Some of this, yeah,
Suspension of disbelief. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's just still funny.
Yeah.
All right, next we got our Ferris Bueller Award. So this is our lazy award. Something that someone did on screen or behind the scenes that we consider lazy. And I had my um, honorable mention earlier with the cops with Matt. So let's see what you guys got.
Well,
Huge. Do
he
you have a
teased
lazy
his a
award?
little. He teased a little earlier. He said what it was, I think.
Did you? Am I?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right. What was it? What was it? Just say it
Like
again.
when he disarms the dude at the gas station,
Mm.
and then because the gun's out of his hands,
Yeah.
and the trigger gets pulled like 10 yards away into the propane tank and blows both them up. And I'm like, what happened?
Wait, does that mean Andrew pulled the trigger?
I feel like Andrew pulled the trigger
That's a
because
good
there's no way
question.
because the gun was out of the guy's hands,
Yeah.
facing the propane tank on the street, and then it blows up. So I don't know if it was like a spark or something. I don't know how that happened. It
don't
didn't make
know.
sense to be watching it. I watched it like 3 times on replay. I'm like, what just took place?
Yeah, I don't know who pulled the trigger. I thought that my initial thought was the guy pulled the trigger and then Andrew pulled it last second. But no, because the gun was the thing that threw it. Also, why did Andrew throw it into the gas tank? Like he's smart enough to
Yeah.
know not to do that. Like I don't know. Yeah,
Just like
there's a
throw it back into the store, like anywhere where the gas isn't.
we saw you like a scene ago crush a whole entire car with your hand. Just like disarm the gun, just like crumple it
Yeah.
into like a staple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just crumple it into a ball of metal.
That felt.
You're at a
lazy to me.
gas station throwing around a
Like,
shotgun.
lock it.
Come on, bro. It's a good lazy word. It's a good lazy word.
no, it is good. What
Dion?
were you? Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So mine, I gave to Andrew, and we kind of talked about this earlier in the movie, and it's a little tongue in cheek, but to me, I give it him for not doing his research and shopping the sales and spending $500 on a news camera when his mom is in this situation. Like, come on, dog. Like we were all there for 2012. If we all wanted a camera in 2012, that wasn't the first option. He
No.
went crazy.
He broke
There's
the
no
bank for
need
that,
for all
man.
that. There's no need
So
for
you
all
think
that.
he walked?
dog.
You think he walked into Best Buy and just like got folded by the sales
Yes.
guy and just like fell into the sales pitch? He was like, "Hey
Yeah.
man, I'm looking at this little Sony camcorder over here." He'd be like,
Mm-mm.
"Oh, let me show you this over here." Actually,
Put a down payment on this camera.
Like, come on, Andrew, man. You're smarter than that, man. This is 2012, man. You got the internet. Like, do your research.
Your mom's
man.
sick. Come on, dude.
That's crazy.
That felt kind of reckless.
That's funny.
It
My
really
lazy
did.
award-
So I had to give him Ferris for that.
Yeah, that's funny. Mine, I gave to the lady at the diner, and it's for just dropping the whole plates without looking. Like they're sitting there at the diner, right? They move the cart. She's looking at the table. She's grabbing the table. Even if the cart didn't move, you're not just grabbing plates and dropping them into a cart. Like that's breaking plates.
It's crazy.
You're not doing that, especially without looking. You're not doing that. That is literally just lazy. Like you grab the
The
plates,
no look plate stack.
you
is
go
crazy.
to the cart and you place them in the cart. These aren't like rubber plastic children plates. These are porcelain regular diner
Yeah.
plates. You're not doing that. So the fact that they move the cart honestly is kind of irrelevant. She's just being lazy. That's crazy.
Yep.
No, I
I
agree.
didn't think of that at all. That's
That's really good, honestly. Because like it's so jarring that it's just like, why did she not look? 100%, 100%. It makes no sense. It's like, oh, you might get her fired. I'm like, maybe she should.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
She's not looking around. Look at your surroundings, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
can't imagine.
crazy
Even
move.
just doing the dishes at home and just like
Yeah.
You're
That's what
not
I'm
doing
saying.
that. You're not washing a plate and putting it to the side and just no look dropping it. That's never
No.
happening ever.
you can't be in that much of a rush.
That is crazy. That is
And the cart's on
literally just
wheels,
lazy.
like beat lock it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's a good,
That's
that's a
good.
good one.
As soon as it
a
happened,
good
I was
pick.
livid. I was like, because I had my backup, dude. I had a backup, and I saw that. I was like, nah, you're getting the Ferris. This is unacceptable.
Oh my god, that's good.
All right, moving on to the sixth man. This is our Peyton Pritchard Award. You like that? You like that?
Timely, I like that.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, well, we get a new one not too long from now.
Yeah, that's true.
In a
That
few
is
months,
true.
we'll have a new six-man award. So this goes to someone with a smaller role in the movie that did the most with that small opportunity, and we're gonna show him some love. So, do you have a Peyton Pritchard Award to give out? Huge.
I got I had I don't know if it really fits the six man, but I had Andrew's
really doesn't
mom.
matter. That's a
No,
great
anything.
yeah.
That's perfect.
Because she didn't have a lot of a lot of screen time, but like every time she was on screen, she was just encouraging her son to live his life. Like she wasn't like, come take care of me, spend the last time with me. She's like, I don't have a lot of time left, but like you should still go have fun with your friends. Like go live your life type shit. Like that felt cool. So if I had to get, and there weren't a lot of side characters.
No, it's pretty.
really.
It's pretty tight in the main three, to be honest. Yeah.
That's a great pick, honestly. Yeah, like you're right, 100% eligible for this award. She is 100% not on the starting five. She coming off the bench for sure. And that's a good point of just her being like positive. You know, she's like, oh, I want to remember you like this. She never gives him any crap for the camera or nothing. She's just a great mom in a moment of darkness.
Yeah, even like before the powers, like she's the only one that was cool with him from the get go. So like respect to mom. I don't know her name.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't remember the mom's name either, to be honest. But it was nice too. The little touch of like even when he was about to rob the place, he still put the covers over her, and she's like, "Thanks," even though she didn't even see it. But she like, do you think she knew? No, she probably didn't know.
Nah, I think she was facing the other way.
Yeah, she just didn't know. Yeah, she just assumed. You wouldn't feel a hand though. I wonder how that feels. Like when he's moving, does it feel like a hand, or does it just feels like, I don't know.
They describe it like as using your hands too.
That is
true.
To
do the task. Like when you're doing Lego, they're like, imagine yourself actually putting Lego together. So maybe it does feel like a hand.
Then he pushes the Lego over and he gets pissed at him. My Legos. My Legos. Yeah, that is a good point about the hand. Dion, you're six man.
This is a hilarious contrast to his six man.
Oh no.
I gave it to Andrew's dad.
Damn.
I should have gone first.
As he was saying it, he was just like talking about them. I was like, damn, bro. Like, these are hilarious. But I gave it to him for being a consistent piece of garbage. Like, he was so, like, there was no redeeming qualities with him. It was just, you're going to hate this guy. And every time you see him, you're going to hate this guy. There's a smallest part where maybe you feel bad for him when Andrew's like, I could crush you. And you throw him in, and you're like, you're still kind of like, nah, fuck that dude, man. Like,
he's probably the first time he swung back ever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But the double down, I actually forgot about. Like, because you were saying that you expected him, like, these tears aren't for Andrew. But to me, it's like in that moment, like, this dude is in a hospital bed and he's like, apologize to me. And I'm like, this
crazy.
This guy is the devil. This guy is apologize to me. I'm like, your mom is dead and it's your fault. I'm like, this guy is crazy. Great villain.
Him to be the most evil person. Like, is him and then Andrew.
Yeah, because it's his fault that Andrew is the way he is, because he's so horrible to him. And this is, when you go home, this is the influence that you're getting. This is what you're seeing. Complete piece of garbage. And it's funny because you're right, you should have not gone first, because I actually have the same six man. I gave it to Michael Kelly, who plays him, just for like the full commitment. Like, I'm supposed to hate this character, and he really made me hate him. Like from the first scene, bro, when he's banging on the door and he says, "What? You think I'm drunk? What did you just say to me? Open this damn door!" And then he's like, "Oh, I'm filming, huh?" And then that's why he stops. As soon as that happened, I was like, "Oh, I hope he kills him. I hope he kills him." And then he just continues to be awful the whole entire.
It gets
movie.
worse.
It gets worse. He just keeps. He beats him. He, like you said, apologize to me. What the hell is wrong with you?
Crazy.
Like, so honestly, I wish I went your route. Usually, that's such a better six man to give. Like, I remember when we did Boys in the Hood. I gave it to like the cop, the black cop that's like being a little racist, and I was like, I hate that I'm doing this because I'm supposed to hate this guy, but he made me hate him. So I hate that I'm giving him an award, but goddamn, I hated him.
Yeah,
that might be like the least likable character I've seen in a movie in a long time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 100%.
He did his job to the fullest.
So, like, I was disappointed when Matt caught him.
Would you rather he exploded like a spider?
If he just drop off screen, maybe that would be good. The dismantling, it would have been a little much.
Yeah.
But, to go back to that scene, not like to derail too much.
No, you're good.
I really appreciated that when he caught him, he slowed him down first and then caught him. Because like in every other superhero movie, they'll just like someone be dropping at Mach speed, and someone's like, caught him.
Yeah, it's like,
bro,
nah, you would have just broken this dude in half. That's not how that works.
That's so true. 100%.
It's worse than the ground. They're going opposite direction. You're killing him faster.
Yeah, you're just cutting him in half. Yeah.
I swear, you know that's to bring it back to Incredibles. Remember that same thing? Actually, that was different in Incredibles. I think did that happen in Incredibles?
Yeah, it happened.
Where he saved someone. Yeah, he saved someone, but he ended up like hurting the shit out of him, and they sued him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's very rare that they actually make that realistic. Of like, yeah, you wouldn't go full speed at a falling body, and they'd
opposite
be fine.
Direction. Yeah.
Like, who does Hulk catches Iron Man in the Avengers, right?
I think
he
so.
blacks out falling from the vortex in the sky.
Yeah,
and then he like just jumps up at him, catches him, and like he's dead.
He's in a suit. He's in the suit. He's fine.
I don't. Yeah, I guess. All right.
Ground would have been better.
Next up, we got our best quote, self-explanatory. Huge. What's your favorite quote? Oh, this is a funny one. Okay, let's hear it.
when they're moving the cars, he's just like, ignore us. We're just Mormons. It's like, like, it was such a stupid line, but stupid. It's also like 100% teenagers would say that if they got caught. Just nonsense. First thing that comes to mind.
Oh my god! Yo, shout out Derek.
Shout out Derek. I was just gonna say that our high school. That's so brings me back to high school because we had a close friend that was Mormon. So like that's literally something we would say all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so random though. I forgot about it and it made me die laughing when I heard it when on this rewatch. I was like,
because they're having a giggle fit in that scene too. They're like, ignore us, we're just Mormons.
Yeah.
that was funny.
Like Mormons be moving cars with their mind.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely my quote.
It's a good one.
Oh my god, that's good. I guess me next, huh?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so mine went to Steve, and it's when they're in the grocery store, and I almost gave it to the Mormons thing, but this one also took me out too. It's just like when they were doing all this shit and they started running, and Steve's like, wait, why are we running? We don't need to run. Like nobody, it's just like, nobody knows. You're making it more suspicious by running. Like,
although, like we said, with the whole ass camera, like. Maybe that's why.
Maybe they had to run. Maybe they,
if you go back to the footage and be like, okay, something's happening here. These guys are filming this whole thing and laughing, like it's clear. But at the same time, you're not doing anything illegal. You're just like moving this cart. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah, he he tried to take the gum out of that dude's mouth and almost killed him, bro.
That was so funny.
And they laughed that one off. I'm like, that his chest is at least dead. Like, there's got to be a broken collarbone from that. He launched him into those aisles.
Yeah, his mouth, like the force of the gum, like pushing on the inside of his mouth, just like he just looks like Buddy Healed now. He just got huge chompers.
Like, bro, he got violated, man. You imagine just chewing your gum and something just pulling you in your mouth. I'd be like, what the hell? Some ghost just messing with me, bro. Like, what?
How do you explain that to the doctor, bro?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
that's funny.
What about you, Sky? What was your quote?
Mine. You guys went funny. I went the dark route with my quote, and we talked about it a little bit. And it's right after Andrew pulls the bully's teeth out, and then he's sitting in the bathroom, right? And he's like, "Okay, this one I got like from the root, so it's actually pretty clean. These two, see, they're broken. I grabbed them from the middle." And then he says, "Sloppy."
Crazy.
That is literal serial killer shit. Like if you're like, okay, your reaction, no remorse, no emotion to intentionally hurting someone, pulling this out, and your only thought of like, sloppy. And the way he just like he throws them in the toilet, he's just like,
he's grossed
sloppy.
out.
Like next time it's gonna be, I'm gonna do it so much better. I was like, this is insane. Super dark. And then right after this is where he does the apex predator, like this is his downfall from this moment. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, that was that was the like no return at this point. It's just like, oh man, like, yeah, that's a good quote. You went the dark route, but it was definitely an impactful quote and scene. Like, it's unforgettable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really stuck with me. Okay, second last award is our best scene. Again, self-explanatory. Huge. What was your favorite scene?
I feel like we might have the same one, but like just
maybe
the them pulling up to Steve at that like the like it's like a dump or whatever, and he's like text him look up, and he's just floating up there. Like that whole scene from that to the actual flying in the sky, I was like, this is so cool to see, bro. Like that scene sticks with me even when I like haven't seen the movie in like 5-6 years. I still remember that scene super vividly.
Yeah, no, it's a really good scene because it's like it's also just like this evolution of like even if like remembering for the first time, it's like, oh yeah, they can fly. It's just like I didn't think it was gonna go this far. It's like how far can they go with this? It's like that's one of the best parts of the movie that I mentioned earlier. It's like you get to see that evolution of like it's something that's like really fun, and then it's like now they can fly, now they can do this. It's more and more, and no, that scene's just so fun too.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's like you're saying, Dion, it's the evolution of their powers. So like every few minutes, every couple scenes, right? They're like, okay, now we can do this. Okay, now we can do this. And then, like I said, the nosebleed is always kind of like, okay, now they're at their limit, and then they do something a little more, and then their nosebleeds, and then they do something a little more. So like the stakes are always subtly raising a little bit. It's like, oh snap, now they can fly. Like what are they gonna do? Right? We just saw them like push a dude off the street and like almost kill a guy. Now they can fly. Oh snap, what's gonna happen? So like
scaling up quick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's also, like you said, it's kind of fun just the way they're like, wait, where is he? Look up. Oh, snap. And Matt's trying
like,
it. He keeps eating
it's
shit.
Awkward. Yeah.
That's good.
Like when Andrew starts flying, you can tell he's like just awkward as hell trying to just stay afloat. And then it just immediately cuts to all of them locked in.
Yeah. And just the shot of them in the sky. Like I'm assuming that was like they got a helicopter or something to get in the clouds or whatever. Just like some stock footage, but it looked cool. Like just seeing all that. The aerial shots and stuff like that was just like a cool POV in itself.
And they had to dress up because it was cold.
I like that too. They go up for the first time because you wouldn't think of that, right? You go up for the first time, like, damn, it's cold up here, and then we see them in all their coats and mitts and hats and stuff, playing football in the sky. Like,
nice touch.
Yeah. And you see the element of having the plane fly in there too, just like something you're not thinking about. Where it's just like, yeah, there would be that element of you don't know like of that. Fear of like, oh, you guys forgot that there's planes and stuff like that. It's like, hey, you guys hear that? And then them almost dying.
They showed how fast planes are from like a standstill position. That thing that was 100%. Crazy.
It was really cool too, the way like the camera's just falling, and then like obviously it's got the perfect view of Steve as he's falling, but then Andrew comes and just cuts across and grabs him, and then comes back up through the clouds to grab the camera, and then slowly comes down. There's no like sound, cool. There's no music or anything, right? We're all just locked in. We hear the wind moving. Then they land on the ground. They all start to freak out, like, you saved me? And you saved the camera too? Oh! Then, like, it's so sick.
It's like genuine excitement and thankfulness. It was cool.
Yeah, no, it's good. It goes back to that performance thing you were saying. How it's just like if their performances constantly just feel like high school kids freaking out. It's like it's done so well. And now another thing I want to add on, and then I'll say my scene is like there's that element of horror too, of like the spinning camera coming down. And they did another good point of that when Casey, I think that was the girl's name, is in the car, and when she's falling, and you're just getting that POV of her falling, and you're like, oh my god, this is all. It's like, is she gonna get? You assume she's gonna get caught, but that's a crazy angle too. If you just see her slowly descending, somebody save me, and then boom, he comes through. But that was a cool shot too.
Yeah.
My favorite scene, I didn't end up going with the flying scene. It's something we talked about earlier, and it's just it's mostly because it's like it's not really I guess it is a full scene, but it's the climax of the scene that really made it like, oh man, that's awesome. And it's just when Andrew's dad's in there and saying apologize to me, and then it's that immediate hand and then explosion. I'm just like, oh, and then we cut away from it, and it's like, oh my god, like this is insane. He's awake. It's just like the devil is awake. Oh shit,
that's terrifying.
Shit's about to go crazy.
Yeah, because like we assume that he's like unconscious or in a coma or sleeping right now, and his dad saying all this stuff. The fact he was about to put his hands on an unconscious person in the hospital, that like, absolute devil. We've already addressed this, but like when he goes to hit him, and then it's the eyes, bro.
Like direct eye contact.
The eyes just open up, like look at right now. I was, oh my god,
he's cooked.
Crazy,
I he was definitely cooked from there.
Yo,
It was just such a good match cut of like that explosion. Then immediately we just go to a party, and you just now you have to sit with that. I'm like, what is about to happen? Like that's like, a crazy cliffhanger.
Even the explosion was just like the hospital like security cam, so it was like blurry, and you just see like the window get blown out. Like it was so intense,
so sick.
It felt, that part felt real. Like the stuff that was like even on the security footage, or when they come through the bank, like just slamming through it, like that felt like real. Like I'm like, oh shit, this looks like it actually happened.
Yeah. And your point about the match cut too to Matt, and then his nose starts bleeding like a faucet, and we know what that means. So he's like, Andrew's in trouble. And Casey's just like, what are you even talking about? Like, what? Your nose is bleeding. What does that have to do with Andrew, right? So it adds to the buildup, right? We see the explosion, we saw the hand, and then the nose bleeding. So we're like, what is happening? Like, we know nothing good is happening, but like, how bad is it? So it's just like gets you juiced up to see what's about to happen.
Yeah, that's why I got me. That's why my favorite scene. But what about you, Scott?
Mine is also different. We have all three different ones. I give it to Andrew fighting his dad in the basement. It's a quick scene, but to me it was. I mean, I went with the dark route again, I guess. But like to me it was just really impactful, and I think I'm gonna remember it because like the way it starts off, he's yelling at him about the camera, right? He's like, you know, you need money for your mom's medicine. You spent all this money on the camera. All the money I give to your mom in your school. And he's like, what the hell are you talking about? My school? I go to public school, you idiot. So like, this is the first time that we actually see him like have a little bit of confidence, right? Like when he's in his room before and his dad comes in, he just like doesn't say a word, and then he's, you know, beats him, throws him to the ground. He doesn't fight back at all. So like this one, like before he physically starts to fight, and you could see just in his demeanor and the way he responds, he's like, what are you talking about? You idiot. You don't pay for my public school. Like he would have never done that before. So like that's flipping his character. And then they start to fight, and he starts losing the fight at first. Like he's letting his dad beat him up. And then he's like, all right, that's enough. Overpowers him. And when he says, I could crush you if I wanted right now. You know that?
Dead serious.
Oh my God. I was like, okay, you can't kill him right now. I think it's a little too early for that, but like just the buildup of it, like he throws him
across the concrete floor, and he's just like,
I could crush you right now. Oh my God. And the hate in his voice when he says it too.
Yeah,
man, it's just
because it was just build up.
Yeah, big moment that is gonna stick with me, and it was a great scene.
No, it's good. It's a good scene. Yeah, he was. He was, yeah. The public school thing, that almost was. I almost should have been a nod for my favorite quote, because that took me out.
That idiot felt like a slur, bro. He threw that hard.
He did so hard. Oh my goodness! A lot of Andrew's dad's got a lot of love during this. So we mentioned him a lot.
Horrible, yeah, true.
But that's a good. No, that's good.
All right, finally, last but not least, we have our MVP. Huge. Who gets your MVP?
I gotta give it to Andrew. Like just the character arc from beginning to end, like the descent into chaos, and then ultimately, like he had to get put down. Like it was just a really cool. It was cool seeing him slowly lose it and like trying to grasp onto reality, but then just ultimately like he couldn't keep hold of it. So I think his performance was really good too. Like I preferred his villain role in this than anything else. Like I think he played like the Goblin in Spider-Man eventually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like this felt like a believable villain, quote unquote. Because it didn't even feel like he didn't feel like a villain until like the last act of the movie.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, like, you could see it kind of like getting set up a little bit because of the abuse and everything, and he's pissed off. But like,
and you want to root
fully
for him.
become yeah, you do. 100% you do.
And then you slowly like, I don't know if I'm rooting for this guy.
Yeah, it's the car. Yeah, no, it was great. It's the car push, which is the initial thing where kind of like, this guy's losing me a little bit. Yeah, because even though
he doesn't really show remorse, because like I believe that he didn't try to do that, but then when they go down there and they're like, why the hell did you do it? They're trying to save him. Andrew's standing there like, what's the big deal? Right. And then we're like, come on, bro. Like, what do you mean? What's the big deal? Live? Yeah, exactly. So like if he was like, oh snap, I didn't mean to do that. Like, I'm sorry. Then we'd be like, okay, like that's obviously this is a big deal, but like you didn't mean to do that and you feel bad about it. But the fact that he's just chilling, we're like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if I'm really feeling this guy right now. But you're right.
Compromised.
The arc, that's what's so good about the movie. That's what I said the pull is really seeing the descent into it, because no other superhero movie really is that. It's
No,
all
and they
just
don't
they
put
were
that much
fighting
time
bad
into
guys.
it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's a good
Andrew's
pick.
definitely my MVP.
It's a good pick.
No, that's good. That's a good pick. And even to even one last point on the pushing the car scene, he also says that like nobody saw anything. Let's get out. Like, that's even taking even further. I'm like, dog, like
just leave
why
him.
are you this crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's insane. Like, yeah, but
he's like
that's
trying to get them
good.
not to call the cops.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
but hey, that's Andrew for you, man.
That's Andrew. Dion, your MVP?
My MVP I actually gave to Josh Trank. So that's the director of the movie. Thank God that you told me about the writer. I would have had to do a last switch. I don't want to give him an MVP. I didn't because they co-wrote it, so that works in that sense. But I just liked it because we talked about this at the beginning and kind of throughout, just like the way of in that time structuring a superhero movie to stand out in a different way. You know what I mean? Like it had its elements, like we said, like the ending, which kind of ended up turning into like a superhero movie kind of thing. But I just like the pacing of it. I thought the movie was really funny. It still holds up in the humor and stuff like that. And just the unpredictable chaos of it. Like we were talking about Andrew's arc, and I like how even if like it's tough for me to say because I know how the movie goes. So with fresh eyes, it's hard to remember. But that's why it's good to talk to you because you have this fresh perspective of like, okay, this guy we see he's down here, and like we have these tendencies where it's like, okay, this guy's kind of bad, but then they flip it on us when it's just like, okay, we're gonna do the talent show thing, and now he's kind of cool. So like, okay, maybe we're gonna do some redeeming elements of it. He puked on the girl, and now he's kind of angry. And then like the thing with Steve happens where he dies and he turns into the like apex predator, and like there's these elements of like, okay, this is getting wild. And then like after they explodes, you're like in the hospital bed. You're like, I have no idea where this movie's gonna go. Like it's just like it's the chaos is just so wild in this movie. And I kind of forgot how wild it was, and then of the balance of that, and then how fun it is and how dark it is. And it just stands out as just being like this unique movie in that time frame of like there was so much superhero content going out from like the CW, like TV shows too, and animated stuff, and all the DC good and bad movies, mostly not good, and then the Marvel movies. So this one just always sticks out to me of just like, oh yeah, that was like that one movie that came out during that like that decade of superhero like being on top and top. So
you still think it holds up to this day, like after seeing it recently again?
I think so. I think it holds up. Like you said, the CGI, there's certain elements of it that don't, but I'm sure we could go back and find some Marvel movies that some of the CGI doesn't hold up the best. So like that's just yeah, I was gonna say yeah. Some of the recent ones don't hold up now. But
yeah, I mean, I watched it for the first time and I liked it, so 100% it holds up. You know what I mean? Like I'm the perfect guinea pig for this. So like, your point about just the story structure and like the constant evolution, and then like we hit this climax and we're like, okay, now where the hell are we going from here? How far is Andrew actually gonna go? It makes that excitement. Great pick.
Thank you. And even like I mentioned it earlier too, just like I always use my sisters as like a benchmark because it's like different generation. Like I think we all fall in. I don't know, Eugene, are you in Gen Z or no, you're millennial?
What's
I don't know
the cutoff? What's the cutoff for Gen Z?
I don't even know.
Yeah. I'm 98. I'm 98. I can confidently say that.
Yeah. Okay, then I think you might be right on the line. I think it might be like 98 is the line. Maybe it's like 2000. But anyway, it doesn't matter. My sisters are Gen Z and freaking Gen Alpha. So whenever I show them anything, I'm always like, oh man, I like this as a kid, but I don't know if they're gonna like it. So if they like it, I'm like, okay, this holds up. Because sometimes I don't even catch like certain jokes that are like, oh, what's so bad about that? You know, because we the humor that we saw sometimes is like it's kind of wild, and I'm like, yeah, it is kind of wild. But they watched this movie and like they didn't find anything crazy. I mean, there's a couple of things like the guys like when they're using their powers to blowing up the girl's skirt.
That was wild. That was a little wild.
That is a little. But I guess that kind of fits to of what this world is. These are teenage boys. They're horny. That probably would happen. Even if you made a movie today, you could probably still do that. And people, that's wild. I'm like, yeah, because teenage boys are wild.
This is what they are.
Do that. Yeah, right. Exactly. So that holds up at least in that sense.
I will say that the movie is a little bit. I wouldn't say it's wild. Like it's not the end of the world, but like, for example, when Matt and what was the girl's name you said? Casey. When they like hook up, right? So his nose starts bleeding and she's pointing the camera at him, and he's got like pants and a shirt on. He's chilling. And then he turns it on. She's fully naked. And we're like, for the movie perspective, like, do we have to do that? You know what I mean?
It wasn't necessary. It's like the Jessica Alba scenes in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Like, what do we gain from this scene?
Did we have to do that? You know what I mean?
We didn't have to do it.
Yeah. My MVP, not quite a certified because Yuge didn't agree with us, but I went with Josh Trank as well. The director, his A+ is just A+ directing. I think the tone and feel, I talked about like how it goes hand in hand with the the found footage style, the way it grounds everything, the way he got the actors to literally just be teenage guys freaking out, like the side characters that come in, because the Matt and Andrew and Steve, as they continue to hang out with Andrew, so they're having the camera on them more and more, so they become a little more comfortable with it. Whereas like a new character enters the scene, like they go to a party and it's just this new person that hasn't been around Andrew, so they're a little awkward, even if the other guys are less awkward because they haven't been chilling with this guy that they know that he's just filming stuff to film stuff. The patient buildup of the scenes, like you talked about, Dion, is the same note I had. The hospital scene, the car crash scene, like the car crash, we start with them, they're chilling in the car, right? And then like, oh, who's this asshole behind us? So he gives the camera to Steve in the front seat, and they're just kind of hanging out. And they're like, oh, well, what about screw this guy? Whatever, just some redneck dude. And they're like, what are you gonna do, Andrew? You gonna mess with him a little bit? So like, we don't like, it kind of disarms us, right? We're like, okay, they're just messing with this guy. Maybe he's gonna, I don't know, blow his tire or something. And then boom, fully off the track, and we're just like, what the hell did you just do, man? So like the way that they kind of diffuses us, just to then like flip it on us, I loved it. I thought it was great. The direction was awesome.
No, that's a really great point too, especially like describing the contrast of that, of between that, of we were getting all the jokes before, right? So like you think what he's gonna do is another jokey thing, like, oh, let's just like flatten his tires or something, or just like turn his car around and then we'll laugh at it. But then once that happens, you're like, oh, now we're taking a defining turn in this movie. So I know, I like the way you described that.
Thank you. And the handheld camera, I mean, that's, I guess, like, obviously it's always a joint venture, cinematographer, director, all this stuff, but like all the creative ways that they used it. And I mean, sometimes you have Andrew setting it up. And I also like the way they kind of just like, they got to a point where like, we understand that Andrew's strong enough to just like float this camera around. So then they can go with all of these crane shots and these drone shots and everything, and so they can like make it look a little more cool and a little more fun as the movie. Like when he goes to see the hole again, and then the camera goes right up into the center, and then it goes up and up and up. So it looks cool, but you can still maintain the found footage style by just justifying it by saying this guy's doing it with his brain.
And that was like the first time you see Andrew's face since killing Steve. Was that like dramatic reveal where he pans the camera down and like the sun's behind him? Like that was because before that, when he's at the funeral, it's just behind him the whole time.
Right.
Like when Matt's arguing with him, like the camera's behind him at all times. You don't see his expression. And then the first time you see it after that is when he's like panning down with that really cinematic shot. So I thought that was really, really cool too.
Yeah, there's a couple times they got kind of cute too. Like I remember when I think he was walking to go to that place where he was like crushing cars, and he had the camera going through the grass. I'm like, what do you like? Now you're just getting cute, Andrew. Like you're doing like this nice cinematic like B-roll basically, and then it's like, why didn't you just have it above your head? Why is it going through the grass? Think
about it, dude. He's been doing this for longer and longer, so now he's getting better with the techniques. He's like, okay, now I'm recording stuff. I'm just doing this for like logging my shit, but like
you step it up a bit.
Yeah, let me get it a little artsy. Like, go through the grass, like like a predator. Maybe that's it, bro. I'm the apex predator. I'm
lurking.
I'm hiding in the grass.
Yeah, you got it. True.
Ooh.
Like that.
Point. All right, my bad.
Hey,
Andrew. I see you, Andrew. You getting cute with it.
Yeah.
I'm the apex predator.
That's the subtext. He's working subtext into these films now, man. He's not just documenting.
That's good.